Theater Framework Studio in Music City. It's the Dining at Disney podcast.
You know the thing about good food? It brings folks together, all walks of life.
You'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast.
Welcome to the Dining at Disney podcast. I'm Kristen, Disney park enthusiast, foodie, travel expert. And with our Riverside promo, feel like I have just entered an episode of the Black Mirror.
And I'm Aljon Go, and I can't really follow that, but I shall try. Lifelong Disney, Marvel, Star Wars fan, pop culturist, and fun podcaster, and I like long walks in the park. I like a good
Pina colada?
I like a good pina colada, sure, why not? I like those too. And I'm also a fan of the Skeleton Crew. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done.
And I'm Kat, experiential producer, film historian. So close to going home to see my godson. So close. Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I missed you guys last week. I had to go to a stupid holiday party for work.
Oh no, awful holiday
It was so
party.
dumb. It was at a bowling alley.
Oh,
It was awful.
do like Lucky Star. Where'd you go?
We went to the Bolero,
Oh, the Bolero. Okay.
which, whatever. I don't bowl. These nails are expensive. And also, they couldn't feed me, so I had to have takeout separate from everyone else. It was really just demoralizing. I'm not going to lie to you.
I get it. Because at those types of places, all they do is like pub food. So there's like chicken wings and pizzas. And
Everything's fried and breaded.
breaded,
Yeah.
cheese sticks and nachos.
They were like, you could have a milkshake. And I was like, oh, I would love a milkshake. And they were like, would you like it with Oreo or Twix? And I was like, I would like to go home. That's what I would like to do. I would like to leave.
Oh.
That's
Well,
awful.
Well, that kind of caps your year, though. I mean, the good news is that it is the holiday season.
It is the holiday
It's time for you to think about rest, relaxation, spending time with the fam. And I'll say thank you to all of our listeners and viewers across multiple platforms for checking us out a couple times a week whenever we post these shows and giving us those 5-star reviews and following us and all that great stuff, because we had quite a year. I will say I didn't look up our Spotify rundown, end of year rundown, but we have quite a great demographic listening to us because we are a global show, gang, and it's quite awesome that after I don't know how many episodes have we had, like 400 plus episodes, something like that. So many. Maybe. I mean, we've had a lot more shows than we actually have on the archive because Kristen has been doing Dining at Disney now since 2010.
No.
When did we start doing Dining at Disney?
Did we start the podcast in 2013
Maybe,
or 2014?
Right.
Something like that.
2014. So this is literally like 10 years we've been doing this. And of course, we've been podcasting before that for Sorcerer Radio.
For 15 years.
For 15 years.
We're crazy.
We are crazy. I saw that, Lou Mangello had gotten an award for, podcaster or something or other. I'm sorry, Lou. I'm sorry for not knowing the exact award that you received. Like maybe it was a lifetime achievement-esque type of award. But as I told Dave Bossert this on Skull Rock podcast, Lou started his podcast on Sorcerer Radio. Mm-hmm. He and Nathan Rose, and back when they were doing stuff before Nathan did stuff with Jim Hill, and then all the other stuff, and then there was, and we had worked. Kristen and I were looking at all the different Christmas movies that have been on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon, and I'm going through going, oh yeah, that movie with Mark Paul Gosselaar and Amy Smart was 12 Days of Christmas. It's like I remember when we interviewed them. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny because Mark Paul from Saved by the Bell, right? You know, Zach Morris himself, he was so fun. And Amy Smart like crashed our interview. And it was done over the phone, so I didn't meet him face to face, but he was just so much fun. And there are different people that, you know, over time that we had interviewed for the shows and different things for the different podcasts. It's just hard to believe that we've been at it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
one of my favorite people that I got to interview was Melissa Joan Hart.
oh, she's
She's she's super sweet.
yeah.
And she's just like fun, happy, like what you see of her on, you know, like when she did Melissa and Joey, like just that's. And I remember talking to her about her little bake shop.
Yeah. You know, she lives in Nashville now. So she's all over the place here in Nashville. And you know who else is in Nashville? Kristen Bell lives here. She's got a house here with Dak Shepard. Apparently they're there all the time. And recently did a podcast where Kristen Bell was talking about how somebody in a restaurant, there was oh, look at that. And if you're watching the video, you get to see our little kitty, Loki.
That's not Loki.
Oh, is it Sylvie?
It's Sylvie.
It is Sylvie. I couldn't tell. It just looked like a green collar. I couldn't tell. But
Oh, it's because you see her green bell.
yeah, because well, anyway, Kristen was at a restaurant and somebody had taken umbrage to some kind of shirt or something that she or Dax were wearing at a restaurant, and giving them looks or something. And she goes, "I'll buy that table dinner. Just let me buy that table dinner." And then like it just turned around. It's like such a class act, you know. Instead of like getting mad or whatever, she's like, "Just buy him dinner."
Yeah.
You know, because she's got Kristen Bell money. She's got Frozen money.
She got that Frozen money.
She got that Frozen, you know. So anyway, it's funny. I mean, of course, you too, Kat. I mean, you've got tons of celebrity run-ins.
Yeah.
It's because you're in the entertainment business over there. So
I mean, I'm entertainment adjacent now, but yes, I have met and interviewed and dealt with a lot of interesting personalities.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
See, you got the entertainment side. I've got the music side. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Always fun. Well, anyway, I know we're going to talk about Disney food on
Let's
this
do it.
show, being that this is the final show of 2014
2024.
or 2024. Why did I say 2014?
We time traveled.
I know, right? Sorry.
I've had 2013 on my mind. It's like, oh, now where am I? I don't even where
Who knows?
Where am I at? I'm a time traveler. Anyway,
Let's time travel to the future and talk about Flower and Garden Festival because
I like that.
the
Go
best
for it.
time of the year.
so somebody take it.
30th anniversary. Can you believe it?
that? That's nuts.
That is-
I love this festival. I want to go. It's been too long.
Come
We
when
do
I
have
go.
dates. We have dates March 5th through June 2nd, 2025. We also know a few of the bands that will be at Garden Rocks this year. Of course, it will return to the American Gardens Theater. So far, they have March 7th and 8th is Tommy DiCarlo, who's the former lead singer of Boston. Okay, this is what's crazy. So, the 9th and the 10th of March is Air Supply
Yes.
with their 50th anniversary celebration.
Yes. I love it.
I'm like, that's a long time.
It's gonna be nuts.
you say
March
that's
4th
a long time. I just turned 50, Kristen.
You and Air Supply are the same age.
We're the same age.
That's wonderful.
Isn't it though?
But see, you haven't been playing music with, kind of the same people for 50 years. That's a long time.
This is true.
March 14th and 15th, Blue Oyster.
No,
just
Blue
kidding.
October.
Blue October.
Blue Oyster. The Blue Oyster Club for Police Academy.
More cowbell.
Okay, March
That wasn't
16th and 17th is Rick Springfield.
There you go.
March 21st and 22nd, Hermits starring Peter Noon.
Yes.
Man, has he played all 30 years? Is what I want to know.
I
Most
feel
likely.
like feel like he has.
March 23rd to 24th is 38 Special.
That's for me.
Seen them. Yeah.
And March 28th and 29th, Jason Chef, longtime singer of Chicago.
That is going to be awesome.
Huh?
I am a big fan of Jason's from when he took over for Peter Cetera, and he is a great vocalist. It's a shame that Chicago is not. He and Chicago parted ways before the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, but I am a huge Chicago fan, as Kristen knows. She can't stand it. She loves Peter Cetera, but
I didn't say I.
You know, people look at me and they think, "Hey, Aljon listens to a lot of like Metallica or Pearl Jam," which I do. I listen to them a lot, but I listen to Chicago a lot more, believe it or not. Anyway,
Well,
any of those bands you look forward to seeing? Because I know that's just the tip of the iceberg right there.
yeah.
I gotta see what more is coming.
I will
Pat?
be there for Herman's Hermits and 38 Special for my birthday. So
That's
Very
exciting.
nice.
that could be a fun time. I do love Peter Noon. I listen to his show on Sirius XM like
That's
all the
good.
time.
Flower Power, something or other.
60s gold, baby.
Oh, that's right. 60s gold. Of course. Of course.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite band from the 60s other than Herman's Hermits?
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm a Jimi Hendrix fan, so
I do love. Oh, I think if I'm not.
Jefferson Airplane.
No, it's a girl
No?
group. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I was
The
gonna say-
Sensations.
Oh, Sensations, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Kristen doesn't her taste don't go back that far to the 60s.
I'm sorry.
She's not down with the Flower Power era.
So wonderful.
Now,
I'm a big Motown. I'm a big
I prefer to like for my music to live in the 90s.
I like 90s music too, but you know, there's a time and a place for everything.
It's true. I span multiple decades.
Truth.
If you go through, you know, when it gives like your music like wrap up for the year of your top bands, listen to or top songs,
Uh-huh.
mine is always better than Ezra.
That's good.
Duh.
Mine's always in sync. Like that's fine.
I have to look at my wrap up for the year on Amazon to see because yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, that'll be really interesting.
Good times.
Good times. Hey,
Mine
yes.
is a mix of music that I listen to, but there are some staples.
It's cool. Yeah. Well, moving on from that, we have 5 new artful experiences at the 2025 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts, or as we lovingly call it, the Farts.
Farts. From January 17th until February 24th at Epcot, of course. They will be celebrating 30 years of Disney on Broadway.
Whoa.
That's crazy. 50 years of Air Supply and 30 years of Disney on Broadway.
And
Okay.
30 years of Flower and Garden.
And 30 years of Flower and Garden. So many years. Well, at Communicore Hall, they're going to have exhibitions so you can celebrate the magic of Broadway. You can see costumes from The Lion King and Aladdin, see behind the scenes and see props from these iconic musicals. And it's all included with your Epcot ticket, which is wonderful. And while you're there, after you do this, you can, of course, visit all of the Opening Bites food studios. So many great things. This is a new studio, I'm sorry. So there's lots of little things, but this is new. This menu will be all about paying homage to the food and drinks immortalized on stage.
Huh.
That's interesting.
It's right
So-
on the cat.
Yeah, it truly is. But we will have a foodie guide for that, I'm sure, early in the new year.
Yes.
Artful photo ops are back this year. Returning favorites like Luncheon of the Boating Party by Renoir and Edvard Munch's The Scream. Also, new images encouraging you to voyage alongside Moana.
Nice.
Very cool.
Pretty cool.
Just in time for this, celebrate the sequel. Probably hitting home video at that point.
Definitely will be on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And of course, it wouldn't be a festival without festival merchandise, and it is so cute. Little Figment lounge flies in his signature purple, along with Festival of the Arts ears, and of course, a T-shirt. I like the logo this year. It's very graphic.
Yes.
I want that backpack.
It's cute.
I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And we talked a little bit a couple weeks ago about the Disney on Broadway concert series. So you can check that out at the American Gardens Theater. And, of course, grab those dining packages if you're interested in getting a front row seat.
Love it.
Speaking of Broadway, did you see, because I've never seen a picture of him ever posted, Idina Menzel and Taye Diggs' son?
Oh, I remember when he was just a little baby running around on the set of Glee. And now he's a man. He's a full-grown man.
Yeah. He has his dad's smile.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome.
For sure. He's so
Yeah.
cute. So cute.
Yeah, I saw that today and I was like, oh wow, he has the same smile as him.
Hey, you know what? Two beautiful human beings having a beautiful baby. Imagine that. I bet you that baby's going to be super uber talented.
It's what, 17, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, it's been a long time. Well, tell you what, it has been a little bit of time before we talked about some of our favorite Disney travel deals. Oh, yeah. Gang, it's a holiday season, and maybe as you gather around the family table of dinner for the holidays, you might be discussing what kind of trip you're going to be planning to the Walt Disney World Resort or Universal Resort or any cruise line or Adventures by Disney. And this is where the planning will take place. Kristen's going to help you save all kinds of time and money. Kristen, what kind of travel deal do we have for these fine people?
So normally we talk Disney World or Disneyland travel deals. However, for the first time in a really long time, this is a Disney Plus subscriber promotion, by the way, but we have a Disney Cruise Line deal to talk about.
Whoa.
And so right now, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber and you will be traveling with a third and fourth guest that are under the ages of 18, on select cruises, you will save 50%, which is a fantastic deal because this is Disney and their cruises are never cheap. But
they're premium.
you're paying 2 full fare guests for the first two, and then the third and fourth will be half price. And that's going to be on select cruises that are going to be the Disney Wonder, the Disney Dream, and the Disney Wish. And this is going to be for select sailings from January 3rd, so just around the corner, through June 13th.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a great deal. That is a great deal. You know, and they really want people to incentivize people to go on the other cruise ships in the fleet because everybody wants to go on the new Treasure, right?
And this is going to be for anywhere from 2 to 6 night sailings. So that's pretty nice.
Impressive. I like that. Well, gang, if you are interested in that deal or many other deals, where can people email you to save time and money?
They can contact me at themeparkandcruises@gmail.com.
Well, here we are. We have a brand new look at the Wailulu Bar and Grill at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. I have to tell you, this place looks amazing, and the food looks amazing too. Looks so good. So while I get the pictures rolling,
rolling. Pictures rolling. Okay,
go ahead.
let's see. Well, this just opened, so this is brand new. Very exciting. Food items include the sweet potato hummus, crispy chickpeas, espelette pepper dust, and breadfruit tostones. There's ahi tuna crisp, marinated ahi tuna, crispy fried wontons, avocado crema, sriracha aioli, and soy glaze. There's blackened shrimp, smoked paprika, black garlic emulsion, garlic lemon butter, and crispy garlic. So you must like garlic. Spiced ham musubi with glazed spam, seasoned with traditional furikake, and served with crispy rice pearls. Aljon, it's got has spam.
I see it.
Sounds perfect for you.
Yum.
Crispy chicken wings, adobo marinated, soy glaze, and tomato Fresno pepper relish. And a Wayfinder burger, 2 pressed patties, American cheese, onion jam, volcano sauce, and sweet bun served with mac salad or sweet potato fries.
Wow.
Okay, Kat.
They'll also have a beef short rib loco moco, which is a shiitake mushroom gravy, crispy rice cake, and a fried egg. They'll also have a grilled fish of the day with green curry broth, jasmine rice, chickpea, and sweet potato. A poke bowl, sushi-style rice, pickled cucumbers, vegetables, spicy poke sauce, and macadamia nuts with ahi tuna, grilled teriyaki chicken, or grilled tofu. Chow mein salad with charred cabbage, shishito peppers, hearts of palm, pickled sweet potato. I'm intrigued. And sunflower butter dressing with a choice of sauteed shrimp, grilled teriyaki chicken, or grilled tofu. And sticky pork ribs with salt-cured green cabbage, jicama slaw, and pineapple chips.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm all about these things like poke bowls.
Heck yeah.
I could eat that every day. It makes me happy, and I feel good eating it.
Yeah. Aljon, tell us about the kids' meals.
Well, the kids have this white cheddar mac and cheese and a grilled teriyaki chicken. And if you're watching us exclusively on Spotify, you'll be able to see the images in high definition. So I encourage you to check out the Spotify version of this podcast for the awesome photos. For desserts, the gang is going to experience Dole Whip sundae with hibiscus meringue and passion fruit crispies. Looks interesting. I love me a Dole Whip, and that looks delectable. Also, chocolate.
Very pretty.
It is pretty. They have a chocolate cake with salted caramel ganache and chantilly cream infused with the essence of Kona coffee. That looks like a winner to me, gang. I don't know about you. Looks really good. And then for breakfast, it looks like they have here something absolutely amazing. It is a pineapple coconut bread, which is only available for breakfast. You can see here it's a very fluffy, seemingly very airy, and it does look like it's got some kind of a sweet icing on top. It's almost like a, it's pineapple coconut bread. I almost want to know if that's a take on some of the bread that they usually serve, the sweet bread that they usually serve at dinner.
Maybe.
Because it looks good.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and read this too. Might as well, since I'm already here.
Yeah.
So for beverages, they have hibiscus tea, which has got the hibiscus flower infused tea with lime and agave nectar, non-alcoholic. They have the Kula strawberry sake, Kula strawberry sake, which is wildflower junmai sake, Campari liqueur, Rocky's botanical liquor, and wild strawberry. They also have a passion fruit and pineapple daiquiri with 10-1 Caribbean white rum, Minute Maid passion fruit orange juice, guava juice, pineapple, and lime. And they have a Pandan Gin Mule, which is pandan-infused forged gin, lime juice, and ginger beer.
Oh, okay. I want that Kula strawberry sake.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. It has Campari, botanicals. Oh, yeah. Like
Looks
the sound
great.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you, people, if you go down to Polynesian Village, go ahead and take pictures and give us your reviews over social. Be sure to tag Dining at Disney, and we will read it in a future episode.
Yes, please.
You can do that. You can do that anytime you go eat food at a Disney park because we're cool like that. You know? So, all right, Kat. It's all you.
Yeah.
It's your park. It's your park.
It's my park. I own it. Welcome. Just kidding. It is going to be the 70th anniversary of the Disneyland Resort, which is completely insane.
I know. I feel like it was just last year that it was the 60th.
Seriously, I have no idea what's happened to time. It's just disappeared.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is turning 70, and to celebrate that milestone birthday, we have some incredible things to look forward to in 2025, including all new World of Color Happiness. It will debut, of course, at California Adventure, and we don't have a date yet, but I would assume it's probably July 17th.
Nice.
Yeah. So it will explore happiness through a kaleidoscope of emotions, hosted by, of course, joy and the other emotions from Pixar Animation Studios films Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Their emotions manifest music and moments from favorite Walt Disney Animation Studios stories, including Turning Red, A Goofy Movie, Tangled, The Lion King, and many more. Aljon, do you have the hip-hop horn?
Oh, I do.
Paint the Night is coming back to Disneyland Park. It will be back.
Nice.
Mickey Mouse uses his vivid imagination to harness the power of Tinkerbell's pixie dust and paint the night in Disney dreams. The favorite floats will be back. Monsters, Inc., Cars, Toy Story, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and more. All part of that nighttime celebration. And, of course, returning also Wondrous Journeys will be back.
Nice.
Which people seem to love. It will transform Main Street USA, Sleeping Beauty Castle, It's a Small World, and the Rivers of America. And on select nights will be enhanced with fireworks.
Like it.
Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration parade at California Adventure will be back also this summer. Again, celebrating films like Turning Red, Up, and more. And this is just the beginning. I'm sure we're going to see many, many more exciting things to come for the summer season with food and merchandise, of course. But I will leave you with these updated Mickey and Friends Celebrate Happy Cavalcade costumes. They're incredible.
I love Mickey and Minnie's outfits, like the bright colors. I am like so excited about. I love the decorations that they have back behind them for the 70th with like the pinks, the purples, the aqua, like those colors. Like they're just happy.
I don't know if you remember. The colors for the 60th were blue and silver.
Yes.
And I'm not going to lie to you. Was it beautiful? Yes. Was it boring? Also, yes. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. This is gorgeous. It reminds me of another celebration time. I don't remember which celebration it was, but at Disneyland Paris, they did something and they had jackets pretty similar to this. And I loved it, and I love it here. I think it's really exciting. It's super fun and colorful.
I love how vivid the colors are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they will be sporting these new outfits with vivid colors. And of course, in the evenings, Carthay Circle will invite everyone to celebrate happy with a music lights projection effects up on Carthay Circle. And at Disneyland, the Small World facade will also get a new projection show. And of course, because it wouldn't be a Disney holiday without a theme song, Celebrate Happy, in honor of the anniversary, will be the theme song. And I'm sure we're going to get clips of it soon, but I think it's going to be really great.
What a milestone for the resort. 70 years.
70 years.
70 years.
It's insane.
Good night.
Yes.
Gang, we're living through our best life. 70 years of Disney.
It's
Or at least
insane.
Disneyland. 70 years of Disneyland.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. That was my first park, gang. And I'll never forget it. And I'm just glad that we're here to see the 70th. It's awesome.
Yeah, you guys will have to come out.
Oh, I'd love to.
Be a very long drive.
Planes,
Yes,
trains, and
I know
automobiles.
there are planes. I know there are planes.
That's for sure.
But I don't know.
Well,
I
can
don't
you
want to be
believe
those
it?
people.
Can you believe it? This is a wrap up of yet another show.
Can I say something really quick
Yeah.
on more of
course.
a serious note?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the ongoing internet kerfuffle that's been happening, but very recently, a beautiful person who I did not know personally but followed her on Instagram, and I really appreciated her contribution to the entire Disney community, Dominique Brown, was given something that she was allergic to. There goes Kristen.
Oh.
At an event, and she sadly passed at that event. And being someone who also has a foodborne illness, I felt like it was kind of my responsibility to come on here and say something, just recognizing her contribution and her light and her joy, and sending our love and support to her family, because it was a tragedy. It never should have happened. And, you know, when we go out into the world as people with foodborne allergies, it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves, but it's also a modicum of responsibility on providers to know what they're serving their guests.
Oh, I just read the story just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a tragedy.
She was young and beautiful and vibrant. And even if she wasn't young and beautiful and vibrant, it was senseless and it could have been prevented. And I just wanted to give our condolences to her family and to her community, and just give our support in this time of immense tragedy, especially so close to the holidays. And just, again, I say it a lot because that's who I am, but speak up for yourself. Make sure that you are taking all of the space that you need to take, no matter what, especially in situations where there are unknowns, when there are variables that you can't predict. Always ask the question. Never be afraid to speak up for yourself, and never be afraid to, second guess a person. Don't second guess yourself. Listen to your gut, but second guess the person that you're talking to. If they sound like they're not knowledgeable, go to the next person. Every time.
Always.
Every time. We send our love to Domino's family and to her friends, and we hope that they get through these really, really tough next couple of weeks, I'm sure, before her celebration of life. And, yeah.
Yeah, I just read the story. It's just so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's heartbreaking. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, but you're right. I think, as tragic as it is, I think this is a learning moment for a lot of people. It's tough. But you're right. Trust your gut, and always speak to a person that you feel good about, that is you even talk to the head chef. That's one thing I will say that Disney is amazing of, and I'll just leave it at this, is that if you have a food allergy, you can always talk to the head chef about your dietary concerns, whether you eat kosher or whether you have an allergy or whatever the case is, because Disney is more than happy to help accommodate, even though it's not necessarily listed in the menu, call in advance, listen to this podcast, because, you have people like Kat and Chris that are completely, they know their way around these certain things, and ask. Go to our forum on Facebook and ask questions from people that are living that Disney life.
There's no such thing as being over-informed. You can never be over-informed. And I think that this is just one more reinforcement to know that we all need to be communicating with each other, especially now.
Yeah, 100%. Your health and safety should always be at the very front.
Number one, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And our hearts go out to her and her family and friends. And that's just, once again, just a hard thing to have happen. And, and as difficult as it is too, it's even hard for the company that hosted the event because, these things are not trivial.
No.
And it's very difficult for some people to understand how trivial these things might sound to some people that are not informed, but they are very serious.
Yeah. And
I mean, how many times have we heard on this show, because of Kristen's compromised immune system or your food allergy, that people sometimes don't take those things seriously because they just haven't experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
I missed part of this discussion, but when it comes to taking things seriously, I think another thing that plays into it is there are people who make the choice to be things like gluten-free. It's not because they have a life-threatening allergy or could have something like that occur. And so I think sometimes people dismiss those kinds of things, like if somebody says, oh, I can't have caffeine, not realizing that literally this person could possibly, if given caffeine, cause them to have a heart attack, because their heart beats too fast. It's when people adapt other diets out of non-necessity, I think it makes it hard for people who don't have a choice in the matter. And that's coming also from having worked in restaurants too, and just hearing discussions among people, and just in general, hearing people have discussions.
On an interesting note, I remember hearing this week, in fact, how there was a doctor that had to deal with someone with an allergy on a plane, and because this person was taking an extended flight overseas, they had to perform a trach with just the bare minimum amount of stuff. And this doctor, because of this situation, had lobbyists go to the government and say, we need to have EpiPens on every flight, and had the law changed as a result of this happening. And I think for people's, safety, I think every restaurant, every place, like this should have EpiPens, much like a defibrillator, because you just don't know how something so small can help save someone's life. It's like, I'm in the music industry as well, and in Nashville, there's a serious epidemic going on. I don't mean to go very heavy, but anyway, there's people.
The end of the year. What else are you going to do it?
Yeah, there are people.
Offload now. Start the
Let's
year
go.
fresh.
Well, all I'm saying is like we have packets of Narcan that we have in various clubs and places in Nashville venues and where people are, because you never know if someone is going to have an overdose or whatever the case is, and it's something as simple as that could really help save a life. And I'm all about it. I'm not but I think in places like this and at Disney, I'm not necessarily aware that at every food location that they may or may not have an EpiPen. I don't know. I've never thought about it until now, really, other than our quote unquote, defibrillators that can help save lives and different things like that are located across the park because of federal laws and whatnot, safety laws. But this could be a wake up call for people, because it's super serious and people need to take it seriously. In fact, the fact that, we talk about how people don't take allergies seriously, I think is a big deal, and compromised immune systems is a big deal. But, I like to say, if someone tells me that they're allergic to something, that it is a serious allergy. I don't ever take anything like that lightly, because it doesn't take anything for someone to feel empathetic or can make that extra effort. It takes nothing to make an extra effort and be empathetic and listen to people's needs, because why wouldn't you? I don't, I would take everything that someone says at face value until proven otherwise, because it's just not worth, why would you even think that? If you tell me you have a peanut allergy, if my kids tell me that a classmate has a peanut allergy, I'm not putting peanut butter in their lunch.
No. And in schools, now if someone has a peanut allergy, they won't even allow peanut butter in the room.
Yes.
That's how seriously they take it at a lot of places. And I'm not saying if someone has a peanut allergy, you can't have peanuts anywhere. I'm not saying that for adults. Adults can have more self-control and ask questions and, whatever. But acknowledging the fact that most people who say they have an allergy actually do have that allergy, and are saying that not to cause a problem or to be high maintenance, but it's altruistic for their own health and safety. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I 100% agree. I'm on the fence about the EpiPen thing. I think that everyone should have life-saving measures, whether it's Benadryl or access to emergency services, whatever it may be. EpiPens are not 100% a life-saving measure. They're a stopgap.
Sure.
So I really just want everyone to be able to have access to those life-saving measures that they need, whatever it may be.
Well, certainly bring it. Certainly, if you're allergic to something, bring it.
Exactly.
Please have it on you.
Exactly.
Make sure it's not expired.
Exactly. I was at a holiday party a couple weeks ago, and somebody was like, "Oh no, I think I ate something I'm allergic to." And the host of the party was like, "Is Cat Cat's here somewhere? Cat has something, definitely." And I went in my purse and pulled out a pharmacy of different kinds of Benadryl and my EpiPen and everything that I had on me, that I was just like, "What do you need? What can I help you with?"
I always carry Benadryl.
They were like, "She's here. She knows what's going on." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes that's not enough. But in that case,
it slows down the reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right, Kat. Yes. And so, yes, I'll just say, yeah, I'm all for it. So be empathetic and trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it's wrong. That's it. I think a lot of times we don't trust our guts, and I think that leads to, bad situations all the way around. So
always does.
Yeah.
Trust your gut. Your body knows.
Law enforcement will tell you that. If you feel if you get a bad feeling off somebody, don't ever second guess yourself, because a lot of times people that have second guessed themselves have then found themselves in trouble and said, "I should have gone with my gut."
It's true. It's true. Your brain recognizes all these little micro movements and things based on your life of experience.
Yes.
But anyway, hey gang, we love you. That's why we're talking about this.
Yes, it's a good place to leave. Listen to your gut. Treat people with kindness. Happy holidays.
Be empathetic. Yes. 2025, the year of empathy. Let's do it. I would start the music, but you
forgot what the music is.
Totally forgot what button the music is at. In all these years of podcasting, I forget the button. Oh, I think I found the button. How about that?
You got the button.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's show and that you do have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you may be celebrating. You definitely will be celebrating a new year because, well, we don't really have a choice in that matter. So Happy New Year too, because we won't be back until January of 2025. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, share, because as my son says, sharing is caring. hit that notification bell, and please continue to give us those 5-star reviews. Aljon, tell them where they can find us.
We're everywhere, gang. What can I say? Everywhere on social media, but I think the coolest thing that you can do is check us out on Facebook, because that's where our community is for Dining at Disney. Dining at Disney podcast on Facebook. Be sure you say podcast when you do, and check out the podcast everywhere you find podcasts. Check out our friends Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. Their wonderful app. They've got it there. They also have an awesome, thriving community, the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone, on the Facebook groups. You can also find out more about Disney passionate fans at the Disney Dorks Facebook group as well. So please check them out, because we love them. You can find me on Instagram as well, Aljon Go, ALJONGO on Instagram. And you can also check out my other podcast with former Disney creative and award-winning renowned author Dave Bossert. It's called Skull Rock Podcast. We talk about Disney and pop culture and animation, and we're going to be in animation, y'all. So Dave Bossert's going to be there. Pomeroy's going to be there. The Bancroft brothers are going to be there. There's a bunch of Disney Imagineers and artists are going to be there in Nashville here in February, mid-February there. So be sure you check us out there at Skull Rock Podcast for more details. Kat.
You can find me at Catastrophe on Instagram at CAT_ASTROPHD. And right now is the best time to follow me on Instagram, because it's countdown to Christmas. All Christmas movie ratings all day long. You can also listen to my other podcast, Eat the Pictures, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to support the show, we hope you do, consider donating wherever you listen or watch. And if that's not your thing, you can also shop our links. Amazon, Disney Store, Kingdom Stroller, Garden Grocer. The holidays are literally around the corner, so if you're doing that last-minute shopping, be sure to do it via our links. You can find them in the show notes below or at diningatdisney.com. Until the new year, I've been Kat. That's been Kristen and Aljon. Bon appetit.
The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are for entertainment and informational purposes. All other trademarks mentioned are the property of their respective owners.